Designing furniture for a small living space is quite challenging. I always see it like a boat. You have a very limited space and you really need to make the most of everything. I'm Soroush. I'm a designer and founder of furniture design company Lozi. It's a one-bedroom flat and it's 48 square meters and has an open plan kitchen and living room in one space and one bedroom right at the back. This is our first collaboration with Artform, residential developers, back in 2019. They came to Lozi on a Sunday. They were in the area. They wanted to see what we create. So I gave them a tour of the workshop. And 2 years later, when they got this plot of land, we started discussing the furniture and interior more in depth. There are 9 apartments in total. Each of them are unique and different. This is the smallest flat. The reason I chose this because I was witnessing the build from the beginning, from the foundation process to all the way to the final detailings on furniture. So at Lozi, we design and manufacture bespoke furniture, and after like 12-13 years of being in the industry, and as a result of designing furniture for all these flats, we learned a lot. And for me, this was my first home, so coming here, it really helped me to kind of use that knowledge and expertise to design the furniture around how I live. When I first moved in, the furniture already had the kitchens and wardrobes, which we did right at the beginning. And after living here for a few months, I started kind of understanding the space a little bit more and how I would live here. And then the custom pieces, one by one, started coming in, kind of imagining how I utilize every single corner from a media station to couch, seating area, dining, and the bedroom. So they all came over the course of 2 years, not just in one go. I guess starting with understanding the building, the type of material I was surrounded with, and the trees and the open space here. Maybe I changed my way of living a little bit, kind of simplified it to kind of respect the space. So keeping it as open as possible and reducing my belongings. That was one thing that this space and the architecture kind of taught me. So as a result, I designed everything based around the space and the surroundings. It's important to me to keep this space clutter-free, and as you can see, there are some empty walls to kind of letting the eyes rest on it. When you come back home, day to day, you see a lot of things, or at least I go to a lot of different houses in different interiors, so it is important for me to come back to a relaxing environment. Now, living here is an opportunity for me to test out all the units that we design and make on a daily basis. For example, kitchen is one of them. Small details like the handles, the curves on the corners, the wine rack, the runners, all these things is kind of helping me to experience kind of using a Lozi furniture. One element that we really play with is the depth of the units. It's a lot about the width and the height, but the depth is key when it comes to small living space. For instance, like this media unit here is designed around books, records, speakers, record player and amplifier, including some storage units below that you can use it in different directions of the house. And as it's sitting right by the dining table, it was important for me to be able to get in and out very easily. And the other pieces, like by the entrance, there was a very small depth between the zone 1, which is the bedroom, and zone 2, the living space. And I wanted to create something that I put my keys, wallet as I entered the house. But then it was just deep enough to add a shoe storage that you almost don't see. So it's very narrow and it has like a sliding doors. So you can just open it, put your shoes there, close it, and it looks nice and neat. So even that space, we kind of utilized it in a way that you can put like a few bits there and you don't need any like big bulky furniture. The open and close kind of a storage and shelves, it's this style that I developed over the years. We all have things that we want to put on display, to look at them and enjoy them on a day-to-day basis. And we also have things that we just have to keep them, but we don't want to look at them, such as like maybe folders, boxes, or memory boxes that you want to obviously keep, but they don't need to be on display all the time. So as a design choice, I tend to kind of keep the closer storage at the bottom, which is a bit more grounding, closer to the ground. This kind of helps with the design and aesthetics, and keep the upper sections open shelves, and you can keep it like a flexible space to put like books or ornaments or records to plants. So gives you the opportunity to kind of design as you go. So there are a few key elements in this flat. For me, hosting dinner parties, having friends around, it was really important, even though it's a small space. So looking at this table, the size of it is actually quite big for this flat. It's designed for like 8 people. And I specifically want it to be this big, so it's giving me enough space if I want to work from home or having people around. It was important to go nice and generous on the dining table. And sometimes friends stay over and the sofa bed, and they can stay here and they move the table if they want to. There are other elements such as like a small coffee table right behind me. It's a multifunctional. It's small enough to put like a few cups, glasses, and to sit around with friends and host a party basically. And on day-to-day basis, I can use it for my laptop. I can simply take it, put it on this table or on a kitchen table and use it as a standing desk. Adding curves to units, it's something that we explore quite a lot in the design process. We think adding curves to furniture, it's a terminology we use a lot. It's polite. If you think about the space, when you get it, it's fully empty, it's walls and floor, and then you keep adding to the space. And as a result, the furniture is kind of in your way. So it needs to be a way that the furniture kind of serves you. So adding curves really helps, especially if it's something by the entrance, or it's just the end of the unit, or it's an area, if you know it's a high traffic. So adding curves aesthetically softens the unit, and also it really helps day to day, for example, for you to for your shins or your arms or your head, so you're not really it's not in your way. Adding the curves was like having a good flow throughout the flat, from like the moment you come into the flat and you go to the bedroom, the curved corners around the bed, around the wardrobe, around even this table, the sideboard at this corner, like making sure it's easy maneuvering, because it's at the end of the day, this is a small flat, a small living space. When it comes to the palette or the choice of material, we had a series of discussions with the interior designer Sophie from Senior Smith. We worked really closely working on the actual finish when it comes to wardrobes, kitchens. So cherry wood was one of the highlights, and we thought it would complement the raw plaster walls with the floor, exposed concrete, and other elements. The rest of the flat follows the same kind of finish. Some of the pieces in this flat are multifunctional, like the bed in the bedroom is a nice simple frame, but underneath there's a big drawer that you can pull out, and you can make the most of that depth. You can put your pillows, extra bed sheets, and suitcase if you like. I guess having walls naturally kind of asking you to add a picture or like an art or something, and which I always try to kind of have a good balance, a healthy balance, like maybe 50% having things on show, displaying, such as like I have stuff in the background, like a bookshelf and ornaments, or the music area, that it looks kind of nice, colorful and busy. But it is equally important for me to keep some walls completely empty to kind of rest your eyes on, keeping it like quite nice and zen. Even in the bedroom, when I'm in bed, the wall opposite to me is fully empty, so it really relaxes me and helps me to kind of sleep well, sleep quicker. There's a nice flow from when you come in to the kitchen area, dining, resting here, and then all the way to the bedroom. So that flow for me, keeping the path nice and wide and open, was very important. After 5 years of living here, experience kind of using a Lozi furniture and tweaking the designs and improving it as we go really helped me to understand our furniture even better.